How y'all doing, black people? This brother Elihu Ill. And I just now posted a video in which I was talking about forced vaccinations in the black community, okay? Now, I mentioned a video of a House memorandum bill being read on the floor in which they was going to talk about this Ebola shit, okay? Now, this plan they had on the table for years, okay? In fact, the video that I'm about to show you is actually around 2010, 2009 or some shit like that, okay? Now, Steve Copley taught me when I used to run with Steve very early is to always know the go point. And what you're experiencing right now with this Ebola shit is the go point, okay? They moved the motherfucking day forward. It wasn't really supposed to go down right yet, okay? But the go point has been moved forward, especially after this Mike Brown shit, okay? And it was very important for them to move the goal point forward because they thought they had a real serious stronghold and grip on niggas, okay? But with this Mike Brown shit, they witnessed niggas in the streets for weeks, okay? And then we made the same motherfucking mistake with the Million Man March. If some of you niggas, I hear black people talk about the change in hip hop, when hip hop turned from positive rap to this shit we got now. Well, that shit came about because of one event in history known as the Million Man March, okay? The Million Man March brought over 1 million niggas to Washington, D.C. for a simple subject like atonement, okay? And like Brother Steve say, what if the goddamn call had been payback on the cracker? You dig what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers shut down D.C. Congress shut the fuck down. The House of Representatives shut the fuck down. The president split, you know what I mean? And they say, oh, hell no. We will never, ever, ever be left wide open like this ever again. So then they changed hip hop because remember, the call went out all throughout the United States. Niggas came from Texas, California, motherfucking Milwaukee, Detroit, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, all over New Orleans. Niggas from Tennessee, you know what I mean? New York, Philly. Niggas coming all the way from Connecticut and shit like that. All right, niggas all came from all over, but the call went out by way of hip hop culture. Hip hop culture was the trumpet, was the voice that called the people together. Okay, here we go. I want y'all to pay close attention to the wording, okay? The wording is very important, and a lot of this shit is classified, so pay attention. Here it goes.
Congress shall now vote for approval of H.R. 8791, the Homeland Terrorism Preparedness Bill. Said bill requests emergency response funding up to and including, this section is classified, dollars to prepare for a national level terrorist attack and or attack from classified. Funding for first responder personnel and vehicles would be doubled if said attack leads to more than 80% of national population being affected by classified. This funding shall commence in conjunction with the first attack on classified or the first large-scale outbreak of classified, dependent upon which comes first. Civilian and military units shall be trained in containment and combat of classified, including irradiated classified with possibility of classified airborne, classified flesh-eating, classified and or all of the above in such event as classified spewing, classified escape, are released or otherwise become uncontrollable. Air Force units may also be directed to combat said classified through their enormous size and otherworldly strengths. Should event occur in urban areas, Jesus, that's classified, far surpassing our darkest nightmares. Should casualties exceed classified body disposal actions, shall be halted and associated resources shall be reallocated to classified underground, classified protected birthing centers. A new Bill of Rights shall be drafted and approved by classified. Having now reviewed the bill, I ask you to please cast your votes.
Now, you heard these motherfuckers use terms like outbreak, okay? They talked about flesh eating, okay? This is all describing Ebola. Then they used they said that they would use the Air Force to bomb the motherfucking containment areas, okay? And they spoke of underground birthing centers. Yo, this shit is so heavy. I'm gonna run this motherfucker again. Pay attention to the language. Here we go.
Congress shall now vote for approval of H.R. 8791, the Homeland Terrorism Preparedness Bill. Said bill requests emergency response funding up to and including, I'm sorry, this section is classified, dollars to prepare for a national level terrorist attack and or attack from classified. Funding for first responder personnel and vehicles would be doubled if said attack leads to more than 80% of national population being affected by classified. This funding shall commence in conjunction with the first attack on classified, or the first large-scale outbreak of classified, dependent upon which comes first. Civilian and military units shall be trained in containment and combat of classified, including irradiated classified, with possibility of classified airborne, classified flesh-eating, classified, and or all of the above in such event as classified spewing, classified escape, are released or otherwise become uncontrollable. Air Force units may also be directed to combat said classified through their enormous size and otherworldly strengths. Should event occur in urban areas, Jesus, that's classified, far surpassing our darkest nightmares. Should casualties exceed classified, body disposal actions shall be halted and associated resources shall be reallocated to classified underground, classified protected birthing centers. A new Bill of Rights shall be drafted and approved by classified. Having now reviewed the bill, I ask you to please cast your votes.
Okay, now I want you to hear this white lady. She's a soldier in the military, all right? And what she's getting ready to explain is, now this is back when they was going to do the shit, okay? They was going to do the shit with the swine flu, okay? Remember when the swine flu and the bird flu and they was pumping that shit around the clock? They was going to use that as the crisis. Remember, crisis reaction solution, and I told you about crisis creation. They was going to use that as the crisis in order to get your ass tagged with the RFID chip and also to spread the virus throughout the community for population control. But I want you to hear her ass explain what the fuck she been doing in the military, and now she's pretty much a conscientious objector, and she posted this shit online. Check this out.
I went away this weekend for a drill and found out some interesting information. Okay. Some of the guys that drill with me happen to be CHP officers, LA County sheriffs, and LAPD. And some of the stuff that they were putting out to us, or at least to my friend, he was putting out some things about how they're training right now on running roadblocks, quarantine, and there's a video that was out recently that talked about shackles, that it's actually a bracelet that you get to put on your right hand and somehow pin it into your hand, and it's meant to stay there forever. And it tells them that you've taken the swine flu vaccine.
That substitute swine flu for Ebola.
If you don't have a bracelet, you'll be given the opportunity at the checkpoint to take the swine flu vaccine. And if you don't take it, you'll be boarded onto a bus to a concentration camp.
Does she say this was told to her by state troopers and police and shit like that?
Are unaware of this, and the people that, some of the people that I spoke to, isn't really concerned. They'll just go ahead and take the swine flu vaccine. I don't know why the information is not getting out to everybody. Somehow they think that by taking the swine flu vaccine, they can avoid going to these camps. They can avoid any harsh penalties. But I'm telling you now, you take the swine flu vaccine, then you have already condemned yourself. I must tell you that one of my sister units that are up there with me, and my friend happened to take pictures of it.
Okay, this is Brother Elihu. There will be a part 3. I'm running out of time.